there really a God? I began to doubt that. I said, if there is a God, why did I be here? What have I done? Why are the crooks all out?
Isang napapanahong tanong mula sa isang bayani. Panoorin sa 700 Club, the longest running show on Philippine television. Miyerkules, alas 12 ng gabi, magbabalik kulita sa 25 taon ng pagsasahing kapawid. Dito lang sa GMA.
There's some good things. Obviously, there seems to be religious freedom in the Philippines. Oh yes, that's one of the greatest things. In fact, your program is one of the most popular programs in my country. You know, when I was in prison for 7 years and 7 months in solitary confinement, one of the great bonuses I have is this little television that they gave me, and at 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, your program came in strong every day, and Channel 7, which is a small station in Manila, but throws the best signal. It has one of the best programming for day. You have the pre-program on 12 o'clock slot, the student canteen, and then the 3 o'clock, the 700 Club comes in, and that kept me company in my solitary cell.
Not 7, but
no, I think it came in about 76, 77 in Manila. And so I was listening to this, and every time you hear the testimony, I'll feel sort of a affiliation to it, because I also felt the same thing about the good Lord.
In this solitary thing, something unusual has appeared to you.
Well, you know, I'm a Catholic. I was born a Catholic, and 85% of the Filipino people are Christians, as you know that. But we never really read the Bible as Catholics. I don't know why. And we were instinctively Catholic. We believed in God. But as a young man, I had no time for God. I was too busy with my politics. I was moving on, and I thought I was self-contained. I thought, you know, on my own steam I can make it. I only went to God when I needed His help. When the votes were coming in, and I said, "Dear Lord, help me." But when the votes are in, I forget the Lord. But when I was placed in deep solitary confinement, nobody to talk to, I became desperate. And here I started to question the fundamentals of my belief. Firstly, is there really a God? I began to doubt that. I said, if there is a God, why did I be here? What have I done? Why are the crooks all out? And so I asked the second question, was there a God when the children were gassed at Auschwitz, at Buchenwald, at Dachau? Where was He? Where is this God? And people are dying in the Sahel. And that was the doubt that assailed my mind. But then I felt, there must be a God, because then all of this suffering will be useless. I mean, if I'm suffering like this and there's no God, who will ever reward me? Who will ever pay me back? So there must be a God. So I felt then, maybe it's a false consolation, I had to even invent Him if there's no God, because that's the only way you can survive. Without Him, Pat, you never make it. And as St. Paul said, I'm strongest when I was weakest. And I became strongest when I was down there on the floor, in solitary confinement, alone. And it's only when He came to me that I really felt strongest. And therefore now, I have survived all of my vicissitudes, because I know that there's this God interceding for us.